Cobra's new recruits will have the Joes shaking in their boots like the Laser Viper. Rip 'em up! And Metalhead, a one-man anti-tank weapon. And Range Vipers, so wild even I can't control them.
Nice bunch of losers, Reptile Breath. Now check out the new Joes, like Silvo.
I open tanks like they was cans.
And Pathfinder.
Yo, Joe!
Tune in tomorrow for more bad news.
Somebody shut that off!
Now collect Joe and Cobra command rings, free in special packages.
The Deke G.I. Joe series. Was bad and silly, and I think I stopped watching G.I. Joe because of it. But I bought the seasons on DVD over a decade ago thinking it can't be as bad as I remember. It's G.I. Joe! Oh man, it's even worse! Scoop, Slaughter's Marauders, Lowlight, Alley Viper, that version of the Baroness.
Destro, you are dumping me in favor of Zatanna?
Just plain awful, and I could keep going on and on the characters. But the absolute worst is this guy.
It's me, Metalhead! Bang! Bang!
I hate his ass. But I found him on clearance at Target, and I need more figures in my Cobra side. So let's unbox it and see if somehow, he redeems himself. Like I mentioned, I found this guy on clearance at Target. I also found Mutt in Junkyard. I was gonna get him, but for almost $30, I wasn't about to buy him just to get Junkyard so that I could take a few things off of him and pose him next to my Rocky action figures so that he can be Buttkiss. The packaging is not bad. He looks pretty darn badass. I hate him so much, not because of the figure, but I think mostly because of that voice. But the voice actor was actually pretty good. But I'm gonna try and lay my hatred for him aside for now and focus in on the action figure. Let's take a look at the packaging. From top to bottom, you've got all these accessories that are nicely displayed in this packaging with this window and not trying to guess what's inside. And then the background looks real nice. Cobra, but isn't he part of the Iron Grenadiers like it says here at the very bottom? On the sides, you've got a QR code, and then on the other side, you've got that same picture, which looks pretty darn badass. And on the back, you've got this great toy photography and some highlights of the figure, but nothing telling us who Metalhead is. I guess we're gonna have to look up his original file card for that. I'm not keeping the box for any reason, so I'm just gonna tear into it. I was, however, gonna keep this, so I messed up. And here he is. Let's smell him. This smells really, really good. Alright, we're off to a great start, except for this thing. Oh, these come off. Metalhead comes with a ton of stuff, and be careful because a lot of this stuff detaches. Not just from there, but also from here. We've got 6 rockets, 4 small ones and 2 big ones. So you could switch them out in a way that shows them in various times of launch, I guess. Kind of put this little one there, but you can't put this big one on the small little rocket. In previous videos, I've said I know nothing about guns and stuff, so this is a weapon that if you pull the trigger, something happens and someone could get killed. Whether you're hunting, whatever, man. It looks pretty cool. It's painted to his colors. I also don't know what type of knife this is, but it looks like it'd be great when you're having a tough time with your steak. And he comes with 2 head accessories. Here's his hair with the goggles he wears. And here's a helmet that the original version came with, but didn't have all this intricate design and texture to it. This looks and feels pretty darn badass. So here's some rocket launchers that attach to him, plus his backpack that has rocket launchers attached to it. Now let's take a look at the figure without the accessories. I'm reading this thing on his face guard here. It looks like it says Code Slither. I know there was that episode where they turned him into a rock and roll star, right?
Bye-bye, New York City. Hello, Metalhead. Rock and roll. Somebody get me a record contract.
But it can't be Cold Slither. Screw you, guy. Come on. Without his accessories, he doesn't look that cool because he's got all these, like the knobs on his thighs, knobs on his back. You know he's missing something. The color is very good though. The expression on his face seems to have a tattoo right there on his face. And from knowing someone who's been in prison, that teardrop there doesn't mean what most people think it means. So look it up. It's actually not a good thing and doesn't give this guy any cred. He's got all the articulation of the G.I. Joe classified figures with head, neck, butterfly, shoulder, G.I. Joe swivel arm, double jointed elbows, wrist. And then let's see that ab articulation. Oh, and it's that type of ab articulation. Waist, hip, thigh, double jointed knees, and ankle. I'm gonna put his accessories on. This is pretty self-explanatory. Looking at everything, I thought that maybe he should come with instructions, but no, it's pretty simple. There. And these hoses are gonna connect to something. Before I put his head accessories on, I just wanted to show what he looked like without it. And he needs them on because that looks pretty bad. And also that Destro emblem on his shoulder showing that he's part of the Iron Grenadiers. Right, and now here he is with all his accessories on. Ugh, crap. And here he is with all his accessories on him. I'm gonna go slow so that he doesn't fall. And it looks pretty darn badass. He looks cool. I do have a few problems with it though. These hose, tubes, wires, whatever you want to call them, they keep detaching and it's starting to piss me off a bit. But I guess if you just keep them like this, he's fine. Now if I'm really playing with it, they're gonna come off really easy. But that's probably what happened to the original O-ring version as well. Here he is with that cool helmet. And now let's put those rockets on him. So you can't just put the rockets like this, basically loading up the rocket launchers. Guess maybe you could put them in the back, but that doesn't look right either. And this looks pretty darn badass. But to get them here is a little difficult because these blast effects fit very snug in there on all of them. And then as you're trying to put it on, the hoses keep coming off. I'm trying to pose him in a way that he won't fall, but that's because I'm spinning him around. So I guess that's not completely his fault. He looks awesome, and I was going to put this helmet on him, but I honestly think this, the original version look, is the best. But just because I mentioned it, there we go. You see, it doesn't look as cool as having his original look. Plus, you know that those visors are to help him target and say his stupid line.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
This guy annoys me, but his action figure is pretty darn cool once you get him all posed and ready. He hasn't completely redeemed himself, but at least now I can say that my Cobra team is coming out pretty good looking. I'm happy I bought this, not at full price, but on clearance. That's what I'm happy about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Make sure you get this guy on clearance. See you on the next one.
Don't go away! G.I. Joe will return in a moment!
I really do hope you enjoyed this, and I really appreciate your support. Don't send me any money. I don't have any Patreon, so if you could, please, just hit that like, hit that subscribe, and maybe share. If you can check out, maybe click this video, or maybe even click whatever that is right here. What is that? How did it get here? Bye!